I basically feel like I've been a little crazy my whole life, you know. um, a lot of times I look back at when I was a lot younger, and I remember a lot of the vivid imaginations that I had. Speaking gibberish on my mom's lap when I was very young, so young. I mean, had to have been 3 years old enough to talk, but still young enough to talk bullshit, and get away with it. And I remember thinking, maybe I'm speaking Chinese. you know, uh, and when we moved into my stepdaddy's house, I was 6 years old, and he had this Encyclopedia Britannica set, the whole thing. It's like, it's a lot of all the volumes. And it was one of the most engaging, intriguing things that we had in the home that I would fuck with, that I would mess with, I'm sure I did read when I opened the books, but I know what I liked the most, in particular the T volume, because I had trains in it, and I like seeing the pictures of the trains. And I suppose it was like it was putting me by that train, which was not in my bedroom, not in the dining room where the encyclopedias were, or the living room, It took me somewhere else, That was that imagination, So, art has always been this outlet, and even thinking of the word outlet, let out, to let something out, an outlet, something that always was able to take me elsewhere, and that sounds crazy, to one that doesn't understand outlets, who doesn't understand art, who still watches cable TV every day, you know what I mean? Who looks forward to a TV program every week, and I grew up that way. We grew up on the television. I looked forward to Monday Night Raw, and Family Matters, Saved by the Bell, Wayans Brothers, those were outlets too, and television, it was so different. It was so different in the 90s, it was the one outlet in a small rural town to see a taste of New York City on the Wayans Brothers, or a taste of Chicago on Family Matters, or a taste of San Francisco on Full House, or a taste of any given city with Monday Night Raw, like we in a new city every week, but I ain't left my living room. It was an outlet, so art holds it together, the mind, it feeds the imagination, it keeps the imagination alive and pulsing and breathing, art really lives, it really breathes, as does the imagination if you feed it, So, I'm here in my home where I have this home studio, you know, and I'm in it every day. Every day. I wake up, I'm working on getting better about stretching and meditating a little bit before I get up and head to my desk chair, you know. Uh, but I wake up and I'm in it. I'm present in it. I'm always present in my imagination. I imagine, what can I do today? You know, in regards to programming, I program myself with these to-do lists. Well, today I have to do this and this, and look at the calendar at 6 p.m. I gotta do this. But in those in-between moments, what can I do? What needs done? You know, a lot of those to-dos are imaginations put to paper. You know, ideas, things that are manifesting and they're cultivating and taking root. You know, and it takes time. I think we all can imagine something. You know, aside from the typical things, imagine being married and all these things. You know, we all want that. We all want companionship. But I think we can all imagine something inside of us. And if we can't, we need to find it. Something that we can create out of our own mind and make real. That we can touch or see, you know, or smell, you know, food, whatever it may be. And it's something that we could pass on. Because nothing is ours to hold. You know, the encyclopedias are gone. Monday Night Raw is not the same. You know, the name of the company isn't even the same. You know, the music that I listened to as a teenager in my room that was taking me to other places, that music isn't the same today. You know, the song is the same. The artist is dead, or the band is not together anymore. And you know, there's a few exceptions. You know, artists that are still gone, but we need to start creating. We need to tap into our imaginations and pull ourselves out of this void that we step into. You know. My home is my void. And I have to remind myself to step the hell out sometimes. And go see something different. Go sit in a new business. You know, and enjoy the ambiance of that business, of that neighborhood. Travel more. And when you travel, don't confine yourself to the hotel and the fancy restaurant or whatever it may be. Look at the city around you. Talk to the locals when you get a chance. You know, feed and grow and thrive off of that energy of that other place. It's more to feed on. It's more to add to your imagination. When you go somewhere, you come back new. Looking way back. When the early traders of the planet went from one place to the other and to the next and to the next, and they returned back, they had these things that were new. You know, it could be silks, it was religion, it was fruit, it was disease. You know, it's these things that were shared, you know. And it's the beautiful part about humanity, civilization, creation. It's how things always become new. And I know that so many people are tired of these things that are just getting old. There's really got to come a day when we decide to do something new.